Vocab Malone. Give me proof that the Edomites were done away with as a people. All Edomites. That there's not one Edomite left on the planet Earth. Give me the proof. You made that statement. You said that many times, that the Edomites were done away with. I want the proof. Anyway, I'm coming back to this video I put up last night. Vocab Malone says slavery is okay. Anyway, this is at 6 minute and 28 second mark of a 30 minute and 30 second video. And this is what he says. I'm going to put this up raw. Let's listen, and I'm going to come back and say what I got to say through the Spirit.
God regulates the reality we live in. There's rules for war in the Bible. There's rules for people who die, widows. So we live in a fallen order. Slavery is part of that. So the Bible regulates it in a way that is superior, with the trajectory towards ultimately eliminating it.
Not going to be eliminated. These people are going to be enslaved under us forever. That's the order. Anyway, he said there's rules for war in the Bible. So what came to mind when I heard him make that statement was what is the rule when you take down another nation, the Israelites taking down another nation? What is the law as far as the young women, the women of the other nations that you took down? What do you do with them? Let's go to the law. What is that? Deuteronomy. Let me type that in. I believe that's Deuteronomy. I believe that's 21. And he said it. He said it. I think Vocab is coming around. In a little while, he'll start saying, you know what, I was wrong. Edomites are still here. But he might say that they're black people. So-called black people. Okay? Oh, it says here, Deuteronomy 21, verse 10. Domestic relations. Domestic meaning in the house. It says, when thou goest forth to war against thine enemies, another nation, and the Lord thy power have delivered them into thine hands, and thou hast taken them captive, that's slavery. Let's hold up. Let me see what the word captive means. To learn a little Hebrew. The word is Shabbayah, which means captivity, captives, captivity, act of capture, captivity. Captivity, captive, prisoners, taken away, taken. Let me look at the root. YAHAWAH. Different meaning. So let's come back. Deuteronomy 20, verse 10. when thou goest to war against the enemies, and the Lord thy power hath delivered them into thine hands, your hands, and thou hast taken them captive, and seest, 11th verse, and seest among the captives a beautiful woman, meaning a woman of the other nation. Can we deal with women of the other nation? You goddamn right, I'm reading the law. And has a desire unto her, meaning you find her beautiful and attractive, and you want to do something to her, that thou wouldst have her to thy wife. Let's look up the word wife. Let's look up the word wife. This is 2 lessons in one. We're learning the scriptures and we're learning the Hebrew. It said the word there is Asha. The word there should be Ayash or Ayasha. There should be a Yah in between the Ah and the Shah, as you can see right here. Even in Arabic, if you ask them, how do you say man in Arabic, or in this case, woman, they would say Aisha, which they're saying man in the feminine sense. A man in Hebrew is Ayash. A woman would be Ayasha, meaning man in the feminine sense, meaning a woman. So let's keep going down. It says, take thee to wife, right? It says woman, wife, female, woman, opposite of man. A wife, woman married to a man, female, of animals, each, every. Noun, female, woman, wife, female. Arabic, if you can read the Arabic, the word is Aisha. For those of you that can read Arabic. And you said, well, where'd you learn that from? I spoke to an Arab guy years ago, and I said, how do you say woman in Arabic? He said, Aisha. I said, well, that's Hebrew for Ayasha. So that becomes your woman. Let's come back. Let's come back again. So now we're in the 12th verse. Deuteronomy 21, verse 12. When thou shalt bring her home to thine house, and she shall shave her head. Now you can't go into her in the case of war. You have to let her mourn for 30 days. It says, then thou shalt bring her home to thine house, whether she likes it or not, and she shall shave her head and pare her nails, and she shall put the remnant of her captivity off of her. And what does that mean? Whatever heathenistic dress code they practice, they got to put on Hebrew type garments. So now the question is, should these other nations have fringes on them? In the kingdom, they're going to have fringes, because they're going to have to remember to keep the laws. And she shall put the remnant of her captivity from off her, and shall remain in thine house, and bewail her father and her mother, because they were killed, a full month. I said 30 days, a full month. And after that, you shall go in unto her. Going unto her, meaning you shall have sex, whether she likes it or not. If she likes it, it's all good. If she doesn't like it, because you killed her parents, well, that's all good too. That's called rape. And be her husband, and she shall be thy wife. So are we going to have wives of the other nation? Yeah. Now, the only time we're not to have wives of another nation is with the Canaanites. Deuteronomy the 7. And it shall come to pass, and it shall be if thou have no delight in her, you popped her a couple of times, inside joke, and you ain't feeling it no more. It said, then thou, and there's laws on that. And thou shalt let her go whither she will, that you can go about your business. I don't want you no more, so bye. But thou shalt not sell her at all for money. You're not supposed to sell her to be a slave. You let her go free. So that's the law. That's what Vocab said. They said there's laws dealing with war situations. Thou shalt not make merchandise of her. That once you don't deal with her, you let her go. You don't own her no more. If you like dealing with her, then you keep her in your house, whether she likes it or not. She has no say in the matter, because thou hast humbled her. And the word humbled, now it said going into her, right? Meaning whether she like it or not. If she likes it, it's all good. If she don't like it, too bad. That's called rape. It says, because thou hast humbled her. Let's look up the word humble. And I guarantee you the word in the Hebrew is ainah. Let's see. The word is ainah yatha or ainah. Ainah. 86031. It means to put down, become low, to be depressed, to be cast down, to be occupied, be bruised with, to afflict, oppress, humble, be afflicted, be bowed down, to be afflicted. So in other words, take it by force. Genesis 15, verse 13. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed, the Israelites, because Abraham had many seeds, but it's talking about specifically Israel, shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs. That's talking about ancient Egypt, not America, and shall serve them, and they shall, the Egyptians shall afflict them. 86031, meaning take them down by force, afflict them, make them bow down for 400 years. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.